This week, Dawanna Witt made history when she became the first woman and first person of color to be elected the Hennepin County Sheriff. Today, she spoke about the victory and what her plans are to succeed in her new role.
I'm glad to be here. I am glad that the citizens of Hennepin County has elected me to be the next sheriff, the 29th sheriff of Hennepin County. I wanted to share with you all that we are in the process of developing our transition team so that the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office can be ready, as I said, from day one. First order of business is that transition team. Also looking into our recruitment and our retention, as well as building on the things that we've already been doing. But we have to make sure that we are looking at recruitment and retention. As all agencies, we are facing a staffing shortage. As we all know, there's no one area that's not asking for our help, whether it's law enforcement agencies or the citizens of this county. I look very forward to being that sheriff that's more transparent with you all. The Hennepin County Sheriff's Office has been proactively working to reduce the violent crime that we're seeing. Some of those things, such as Operation Endeavor, which our staff has also implemented in helping some of those things. But keep in mind that we have responsibility of the whole county, not just the city of Minneapolis. And so when people say, where is the sheriff's office? Just keep that in mind. It's the entire county that we have statutory mandates to respond to. I do believe in leading by example. This is going to be probably like a non-conventional answer, but you know what? I believe enjoying the work that you do. And I believe when people see that leadership, that you actually enjoy the work that you do, that you actually care about your staff that you are commanding, it's contagious. But as far as leadership and working with other people, I am a collaborative person. I understand that there's no one person, no one agency that can do this. So we have to work across lines to make sure we get things done. All the finger pointing and complaining and blame, that has got to stop. So I'm going to lead by example in making sure I reach out to everyone who can help Hennepin County be a better place to live, work, play, and enjoy for everyone. So collaboration. I'll be the funniest sheriff ever because I love humor, but I'm also straight to the point, and I believe in just being transparent and honest, and that's how I will lead. I never saw myself in this position, and this is where I choke up because I know what it feels like to be somebody who cannot see the best you have to offer. And so when we're talking about changing the community and bringing hope to the community, we have to realize that we have to give the community hope so people can see their worth. It is a very lonely place not to know what that feels like, but to know that representation there, not only being the first black person, but also the first woman in this role, I'm thinking already about who did I just pave the way for? What is the next generation going to look like? Providing that hope. But make no mistake, because some people have talked about that. Yep, the first black woman. Let's not forget I am a very qualified black woman in doing this job as somebody who has various degrees and experiences. And when we look at sheriff-elects or other sheriffs and things like that, that comparison in general is like, okay, she has the know-how, the common sense, and the drive to do this and to do a good job. People have heard me say this a lot of times, but it's just the God honest truth. I never saw myself in law enforcement. I was a kid who did not like nor trust law enforcement, and those were based off of my own lived experiences. But it was one day, and this is what indirect recruitment looks like. One day I did a tour of the Hennepin County Jail, and they talked about how they needed women, more specifically women of color, to work in that field. That to me was different from somebody in a squad car. It's like, okay, that's not the same thing, so I can do that. But it was working in the jail where I started having more interactions with law enforcement, not because they were responding to something bad, but we had to work together. And that's why I believe in that true engagement, right? I got to know the people behind the badge, behind the uniform. And it was that taught me that importance. You can't just go driving through neighborhoods. You have to know the people in the neighborhoods, in the businesses. That's true engagement. But I used to say it was an accident, and everything that I've done throughout my career, all the people that I've helped, tells me that was no accident. This is absolutely what I was supposed to do. I found my purpose, and that's why I'm still here. And that is why I got in, because I know I have that drive, that compassion for this profession as well as community. I have that perfect balance, and that's what's going to make me a good, effective sheriff. There should be no reason here in 2022 people don't understand the office of the sheriff and what our responsibilities are and what we do. So being transparent, that's part of it. Maybe I'm a little bit too much overzealous as far as social media, but if that's how I'm going to educate people, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to be more robust in talking about the work that we do, good and bad. But it's just having those open lines of communication. And the moment that you shut down that communication, right, the moment where we think we know it all or we have all the answers, well, now we're basically ineffective. So I understand the importance of just being transparent and also education. When we're talking about recruitment, like I said, when interviewing people and asking them, what does the sheriff's office do? People don't know. Well, that's on us. And so I plan on being more transparent. I know going into this that I am not going to be able to save everyone. I'm not going to be able to save every community. But I will tell you what, it will not be done because I didn't do my best all the time. It will not be because I have disgraced my oath that I've taken. Success to me is making sure I stay true to myself, and I'm doing the best job to make sure we have the best men and women to go out there and interact with the community and live up to their oath. Success to me looks like when people are saying good job or people telling me we see a difference. That is what success looks like. And it's being realistic and making sure that I'm always doing my best and I'm always genuine. That's success to me.
Keep watching CBS News Minnesota for continuing coverage.